Everybody knows the name Michael Jordan, the greatest basketball player of all time. But few know the name of the player that stormed the court with him, Scottie Pippen. Regarded as one of the greatest small forwards in the history of the NBA, he was crucial to the development of the Bulls during the 90s. Join us today as we explore the career of NBA's Batman, and stick around for some of the best highlights of his career. Early life. Born in Hamburg, Arkansas, with 11 older siblings, Pippen didn't grow up with much due to his father suffering a stroke from working in a paper mill. This led to Pippen attending the local high school where he began playing point guard. It was there when Pippen discovered the love for basketball he didn't know he had. Playing as point guard, he would dominate the court and blaze through the playoffs. Although earning the all-conference honors, he was unfortunately not offered any college scholarships. Pippen only began playing for the University of Central Arkansas after being discovered by the head coach. His raw skill and height were a determining factor in his recruitment as he topped out at 6'8" when he was admitted. Pippen was not one to waste chances, in his senior year, making 60% of all the field goals that he attempted. This, coupled with his 23.6 points, 10 rebounds, and 4.3 assists average per game, gained the attention of the NBA. Joining the Bulls. Seeing the potential that Pippen carried throughout his college career, he was rightfully eyed by the Supersonics and the Bulls. The Bulls, however, managed a trade that sent Olden Polynice, who was the 8th pick overall, to the Supersonics, and Pippen, who was 5th, to Chicago. Pippen, along with Horace Grant, formed the forward duo in 1987 when both were picked by the Bulls. Although it was their rookie season, both of them managed to get off the bench and play against the 76ers on November 7. They won a knockout game with a score of 104-94, Pippen finishing the game with 10 points, 4 assists, and 1 rebound. NBA's Batman and Robin. Pippen's partnership with Jordan on the court is perhaps one of the most notable in the history of the NBA. As he entered, Jordan became a mentor for Pippen, guiding him and instructing him over his career. They would often play one-on-one outside of team practices for the sole purpose of improving their skills and perfecting their plays. The duo's contribution to the Bulls created its dynasty as the 90s progressed. Their partnership was detrimental to the victories that the Bulls have garnered in their championships, with Pippen providing the necessary support on the court that led to some incredible feats. The two were regarded as the Batman and Robin of the game. Repeat, three-peat. You can't talk about Pippen's story without mentioning his involvement in the awe-inspiring three-peats that dominated the Bulls' history. With Pippen coming down the court in 1991 as both a defensive stopper and a scoring threat, he was a formidable force in Jackson's triangle offense. His hard work and determination paid off in his match against the Clippers as he received his first triple-double. Charging through the game, Pippen scored a whopping 13 points, 12 assists, and 13 rebounds in a close 105-97 game. Placing second in the team in terms of points and rebounds, Pippen's versatile offensive and defensive skills were crucial to their first victory against the Lakers in 1991. Pippen's adeptness remained through the next 2 years in 1992 and 1993. As the Bulls crushed 3 years in a row, Pippen's stats remained consistent with an average of 20 points, 7 assists, and 9 rebounds per championship. Together with Jordan and Rodman, Pippen would help the Bulls win their 4th championship title in 1996 in what was the highest standing in NBA history of 72-10. That was only the first part of a successful year for Pippen, as he also earned a gold medal in the 1996 Summer Olympics. Pushing through a foot injury in a match against the Miami Heat, Pippen managed to deliver a Bulls victory in the first game of the 1997 Finals. Many people may remember Jordan's buzzer-beating shot, but it was Pippen who psyched out Utah Jazz player Karl Malone, also known as the Mailman, on his free throw shots. This caused him to miss both simply by saying, "Just remember, the Mailman doesn't deliver on Sundays." Pippen's exemplary dedication was highlighted in the final game against the Jazz. As they led for 2 points thanks to Kerr, with 5 seconds on the clock, Brian Russell flings the ball across the court to Shandon Anderson, but in a shocking move, Pippen dives for the ball. Springing from his feet in a last-ditch effort to roll it over to Kukoc, and as he lies on the ground waiting for the turnout, Kukoc dunks through the net in a crowd-jumping victory for the Bulls. Pippen's following season didn't get off to a great start. Due to an injury that he sustained and refused to get surgery for, Pippen was out of commission for the Bulls' first 35 games. After being almost traded by the general manager, Pippen returned to the court just in time to assist in earning one of the greatest victories ever. Culminating in a repeat three-peat, Pippen's last game with the Bulls in the 90s went out with a bang. As the odds stacked against him, he persevered in the enemy court and hit the goal of his 6th championship. And though hitting the like button is a matter of favor, and not doing so is your right, the editor works tirelessly day and night on this creation, and a little appreciation goes a long way. Thank you very much. Best matches. Pippen's reputation shortly after being drafted skyrocketed over the years. His dynamic partnership with Jordan was definitely what most people associated him with. But Pippen was no slouch himself. His best games often took place in his championship years. In February 1991, in what was one of his highest scoring games against the Charlotte Hornets, Pippen put up over a third of the game's points coupled with 4 rebounds and 4 assists. Another big contributor to the Bulls' 1997 victory was Pippen's game against the Denver Nuggets in the same month. Considered his best game, he put up an astonishing 34% of the game's whole score and one-upping his rebounds. Even without his Batman, Pippen was still a powerhouse, earning NBA All-Star MVP the first year after Jordan retired. Fun fact, Pippen's 4 best games all happened in the same month, all within his championship years, and all scoring above 40. Talk about a lucky month for Pippen. The trade-in. After some glorious victories and 11 seasons with the Bulls, Pippen was traded into the Houston Rockets. Despite scoring 2 triple-doubles early on, the Rockets still lost both games by a harrowing narrow margin. Although having a good record at the end of the season, they still lost to the Los Angeles Lakers despite scoring an impressive 37 points in Game 3. Much to his teammate Charles Barkley's chagrin, Pippen left after 1 season, saying that he felt his team's lack of desire to win. After being traded to the Portland Trail Blazers, Pippen was determined to start anew. Beating out the Minnesota Timberwolves, his old foes, the Utah Jazz, and even his former team, the Bulls, in impressively sweeping games. But as the Trailblazers neared the finals, the Trailblazers faced the Los Angeles Lakers under his old coach, Phil Jackson. Pippen struggled to make it through, as both teams battled it out to Game 7. Unfortunately, the Trailblazers lost their last game in a humiliating loss of a 15-point lead. Pippen's performance suffered as he duked it out against Kobe Bryant and Shaquille O'Neal, scoring only 12 points and 10 rebounds. After returning to the Bulls in 2003, Pippen played his final game against the Seattle Supersonics on February 2, 2004. Awards and accolades. Along with his glistening championship rings and gold Olympic medal, Pippen was awarded NBA All-Star as early as 1990 after achieving an impressive field goal shooting of 48.9%, 6.7 rebounds, and 16.5 points per game. He was selected another admirable 6 times after that. Pippen's whopping 8 All-Defensive First-Team honors fall just 1 time short of the NBA record. Throughout his career, he earned 21 triple-doubles and led the league with a massive 232 steals in 1995. Legacy and impact. Pippen proved that he could do it all on the court. Whether it was scoring, playmaking, or defense, he was no slouch. And more than anything, he proved that he was his own superhero, not anyone's sidekick. And even though many attribute the Bulls' success to Jordan, Pippen's role was incredibly crucial in delivering the powerhouse that is the Chicago Bulls. Pippen's years in the NBA prove that if you want something hard enough, you dive through the hardwood floors to get it. Do you think Pippen's performance deserves all the hype? What do you think of Pippen's inspiring story? Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe to Sports Owl for more awesome sports stories. Until next time, let's keep enjoying the game.